Okay.
Oh, hello, everyone. This is Nana Matari here. I am meditation coach and trainer. And today I am with Richard Kistnen and Mary Ellen. So they both are my business associate from BNI, Chapter 53 from New York City. And they also took my 8-week course, 8-week meditation class. This is my first batch of this 8-week meditation class in last year, in August and September. And I requested them to talk about their experience, who they are, where they come from. And of course, I also wanted to have to promote their business on my Facebook page later on. Then they can also post their website under the YouTube channel too. So I want to start with Richard. And you are also an entrepreneur and you have a lot of projects, always going on with you. You have a lot of ideas. That is what I like about you. And can you a bit present about yourself, who you are, what you do, and your background?
Yeah, sure thing. First of all, Nandar, thank you for having me and inviting me to chat with you for a little bit. Happy to talk about my experience with the 8-week meditation course. Just a little bit about me briefly. Born and raised here. Well, not here, Brooklyn, New York. Still live in New York City in Queens. So I'm a city boy through and through. For the last 10 plus years, I've been running my own law practice, handling predominantly consumer matters, so bankruptcy matters, some litigation and whatnot, eviction work. And in that time, a lot of it was a lot of just doing things on the fly, I think, being very responsive, but not proactive. And that's something that I struggled with for a really long time. And yeah, it's always been a lot of overwhelm, a lot of stress, a lot of dissatisfaction with what I was doing. And so I was really excited when I had the opportunity to join your 8-week meditation last about 6 months ago now.
Yes.
Some meditation was something that I've really wanted to start a practice in for a really long time. I've tried different apps along the way, just nothing ever stuck. But I was fortunate to join your program and the people inside of it. It was just very easy to follow program. I was interested in it. It was engaging. And it's left an indelible mark in terms of my desire to further my meditation practice.
Yeah. Thank you very much. You look more handsome too, Richard.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. And I want to hear from Mary Ellen. Maybe you want to tell about yourself, who you are, and what you do.
Sure. I was born and raised in New York as well. And my career path has been from human resources manager to Spanish teacher to real estate broker. And meeting you at BNI was definitely a highlight. And when you meet Nandar and you speak with Nandar, you will want to take this course as I did. But we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. That's right. Thank you very much, Mary Ellen. So maybe then, Richard, you also talk about your own experience and background, and also you would like to meditate, right? You would like to practice the meditation in your life. You talked us before, and how was your background? Did you meditate before in my 8-week class, and how is the spiritual practice before that?
Sure. Yeah. Actually, prior to that, I can't say that I had a meditation practice or meditation as part of my lifestyle. I do, admittedly, I spend a lot of time reading self-help books, improvement books, life optimization, life hack type stuff. But it's always seemed like it was a lot of doing, do this. And with each book I read or each course I take, it's like something piled on to all the work I already had. And it becomes a lot that you've got all these projects, my law practice, I've got a podcast, got some other online marketing stuff that I'm doing, your own life, fitness, relationships, health, money, like all those things. For me, it felt like it was a lot of doing and just nothing was bringing it all together. And through that, though, it's maybe my own journey, but it's something felt like meditation or creating space to clear my mind was something that I really needed. So that's why, again, when you opened up that 8-week course, I knew it was something that I had to dive into.
Yeah, that is beautiful. So you have already been, what I heard about is you have been into that personality development, right, program. And most of my clients are too. They have tried many different types of meditation in their life too sometime. So they are into the personality development, and my method is easy and simple to digest. And that is that they make a lot of breakthroughs within a short period of time. As I also tell to everyone, what I do is that I connect people with their inner master, because the real master is inside of us. And when we can really connect with that inner master or our intuition or the heart, whatever you name it, and it open up a lot of new possibilities in our life. So I also would like to hear it about your experience, Mary Ellen. So have you ever practiced meditation before, and how was that, practice for you or this 8-week class?
So my spiritual journey so far has been building a strong morning routine and adding meditation to my daily routine. So I did not meditate before because I thought you had to focus on one mantra like Om and not let other thoughts in. And I was not able to do that. So as a result of Nandar's 8-week course, I have experienced a profound yet subtle shift in my life. It's definitely hard to explain. And I have to believe it would be different for every person. So I just can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, beautiful. So maybe that when you are talking about the shift and subtle change already, Mary Ellen, so what are the breakthroughs or any kind of changes what you experienced after that 8-week class? What do you think?
Well, it's all about self-mastery, as you say, right? So a lot of changes. So I don't know, this just feels like there's so many to mention, but it's really more of a feeling, right? It's a feeling of trusting yourself, feeling safe in the world.
Maybe you can collect a little bit about it, Mami. You didn't expect to go to the next right away, I think. So let's go to Richard. Yeah, let's go to Richard. What are the breakthroughs? What do you think that you made after the 8-week class? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Again, I think for me in the background, there was always, especially in the last several years, there's always been this thing like almost as if I'm not unlocking or letting my true potential out into the world. And it bothered me that I don't know why that is. And I think through meditation and, picking up that practice, I'm not going to sit here and say that I figured it out, but the conversations that I have in my head, and I call me crazy, but I feel like I have a lot of conversations with myself. The type of conversation and how I'm having that conversation is changing. Whereas before it was, again, very reactive. Something happens in the outside world, I'm angry. Now it's like, well, before I get angry, let me ask myself, do I have to be angry? Right? Am I doing what makes me happy? Like, whether it's just a little buffer that's I've built myself there through meditation. That's been the biggest breakthrough. Like creating a gap where I can, whether it's for a brief moment, a minute, 10 minutes, a day, give myself space to identify some clarity around what's going on in my life.
Yes. Wow. And one thing, Nandar, I realized I need to do more things that make me happy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that is great.
Like you're
I'm happy to see both of you guys really shining, talking about the practice. And I wanted to know that how did you learn that? The people will be understanding that, okay, it is an 8-week program. And after the 8 weeks, what do you think, how you learn those techniques and the meditation? What do you think?
Well, we learn them by doing. That's one for sure. By doing it every week, leading us through a guided meditation.
I meditate with all of you and also talk about this, universal principles or universal laws that I talk about. So what do you think, what make you change or shift? What do you think, Richard?
It's a good question.
not sure. I think if you're asking what's changed to help me embrace meditation more in my life, as a practice, I think one thing that I would encourage anyone, if you have the ability and someone in your life who's willing to like go along with you, that was hugely impactful for me.
Right.
And I think that's one reason why I struggled with apps and other meditation programs before, because it was me, listening to something and then having to figuring it out on my own. I've read a lot of the books that are on universal principles and whatnot, but there's a lot that when you have a conversation with someone, and I don't want to give away what the course was like or whatnot, but from week to week, we're in a group setting talking about these principles, and then going through meditations, exploring those principles. But then on the back end, after that particular session, I was fortunate, my girlfriend and I would talk about what it was, like how does this principle show up in our lives? For me, that was really powerful. So one thing that helped me unlock, I think, the most out of this course was having someone to talk to about it week to week.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
It's
I
so
also tried incorporate that principle, because our first group was 5 people, and then one person dropped out, and we have, I think, 4 people at last left, right? And I didn't also have thought about, pairing up the people to talk about or to discuss about what they learn. Then later on, I have this idea about it, and I started practicing of pairing up this meditator or the attendees. And so in changing every week, and it make them really flourished and learn the principle more than learning that on their own. So I mean that is a good one, Richard. I mean, you do that intuitively, a lot of right thing. So you took that class with your girlfriend together, right? So in that case, you have a chance to talk about it. Right now, Mary Ellen is now repeating the last 2 weeks with another group, and now she also have a chance to discuss about the last law we learned with another attendees too.
And it's interesting, before you did that, Richard and I did that, I think instinctively in the middle of the course. Maybe it was because of BNI, but we had a conversation. It was so helpful to me, and we talked about the course. Yeah, that's the part I liked about it the most, was that it is a group setting. And so I didn't feel like the spotlight was on me, like just one-to-one. So, and also hearing other people, what they are going through and their thought processes. And I just absolutely loved how you weaved in the spiritual laws. I mean, just so fascinating. I struggled with meditation for a very long time. I've been intrigued since I was a teenager, and just never able to Richard's point, right? Read book after book, do other things, but it wasn't until your course that it just totally light bulb went off. I can do this. I know how to do this. I know how to start. It just, once you get started, it's like the floodgates open.
That is beautiful. Thank you very much, Guy. Is there anything that you would like to add in, Richard, or do you want to ask anything about the 8-week class, or what do you think? What is your idea?
Well, I think something that would be helpful, if you want to share this, is, there might be some people reluctant about meditation or how it fits in their life or whatnot. What would you say is if someone's feeling on the fence about it, right? I know I can give a testimonial all day long, but what would you say from now running through this meditation course over several iterations is like a feeling or a characteristics that someone should be experiencing that they may get a lot out of the course?
That is a very good question. So I will refer that to the people in that way. So learning meditation is about learning life, right? And a lot of people think that spirituality is something out of my life. But the real spirituality about learning about ourselves and our life in a deeper level. So I keep meditation in the practice with very close to our daily life situation. So how to control our emotion, how to control our thoughts, and also how to control our action, I give that very easy to digest methods that I learned from different monks and monastery, and also from different traditions, even from Hinduism and also any other Jewism, or I like meditation and spirituality. This is my hobby, right? So out of my own interest of this 27 years of practice and also learning from different traditions, I just pick it up, the common principle that they are teaching to people. So that is, I can bring that to the people in a very simple and easy way. So through my words and through my examples, and at the same time, what I can do the people is through my own daily practice of meditation, I can really impart that calmness, impart that, peace into the people within a short period of time. So in a group setting, a lot of people feel the calmness after 2 or 3 minutes of started meditation. And in that time, we also build up a field of energy. They call it quantum field, and which is very active around us. So that make us change and open up our consciousness, or our level of awareness. So that make the people change. So there is a twofold. One part is I can really open up the quantum field or the energy field around the people through the use of that group setting. And the second principle is this is my hobby that I've been learning throughout the many years. And so I can also give that principle in a simple, easy, and digestible way. So I would say that is why anyone who has nothing to do with meditation, nothing to do with personality development, can come to my class and still can get benefits out of it. Yeah. So I would go to Mary Ellen for the last word. What do you think? Because you're the feeler, right? You also do a lot of stuff. And what do you think you want to give away to the people who want to take the class?
So I don't know. So what did it for me, Nandar, and I don't know if you offer this to people, and this was through BNI, but to Richard's point, if someone were on the fence, what helped me was having a one-to-one conversation with you. And then it was so easy to say yes or to get off the fence. So that's what, first of all, like Richard, I would recommend it to anyone, all day long, that they take the 8-week course. And if you offer that one-to-one phone call first, that will really just seal it for anyone thinking about doing it. But I would say do it. It just, all the things that we talked about, having the group environment, and it's just a great sense of camaraderie, hearing that other people are also, we all have problems, right? But sometimes we have to remind ourselves, especially in the world of, social media, and you see things like, oh, this person's perfect, right? Because you're seeing the highlights, all these pictures and, Turks and Caicos or wherever. So very easy to...
Yeah, that is a good suggestion, Mary Ellen.
Yeah.
So I'm warmly welcome to talk with anyone. So you can go to my website. I'll be also sending the links where you can book 30 minutes getting to know sessions with me. So where you can to know more about my 8-week class. And so we can also go from there. So I have a feeling that Richard would like to wrap up one thing, so I want to say something, because you always have the new idea. And let's wrap up with the Richard words. How about that?
Okay. Love it. All right. I didn't know that I was gonna wrap this up, but no. And Nandar, again, thank you for setting up the 8-week course. I mean, you and I have known, as you mentioned, we know each other from BNI networking, but I think separating out the relationships we have in the networking group from what you offer as a meditation coach, it's a spectacular service that you're doing for people. Echoing what Mary Ellen said, if you're on the fence about it, and if you had the same pattern in practice that her and I have had, where you do all the things yourself, reading all the books, doing all the courses, but you still feel like something's not clicking or not fitting together, I encourage you definitely to take advantage. Reach out to Nandar. She's an incredible coach. And the 8-week program is super phenomenal, not only because you're working with Nandar, but the group element is super powerful. So again, thank you for setting that up, and thank you for letting me be part of that and this Facebook Live.
Thank you very much, Richard. So he
Well
ended
said.
up very beautifully because he also is a podcaster. He has his own podcast.
Right.
And so I will put all that everything in the link, Richard. And thank you very much for your end words. And also Mary Ellen, thank you very much for bringing this energy. And yeah, we have a beautiful energy together. And so see you next time with my next live video.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Well, ladies, take care.
Bye-bye. Bye.